Hi everybody, Lori here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the Stamp Wheel in Action video hop with Altenew, and I have a fun project to share with you. And I'll be featuring this fun new stamp wheel. So here she is in all her glory, the most beautiful packaging you ever did see. On the back it tells you a little bit about the stamp wheel. It's your next level crafting tool. Yes it is. Okay, so this is my first unboxing. Okay, you're looking at it here first. I'm sure you've seen the stamp wheel. They've been showing it around town. And but this is the first time I unboxed it and the first time I used it. And I was saving this video for the video hop. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is take off this little protective sticker, and because the stamp wheel cover is crystal clear. And then you have your sticky grid mat. Again, that's going to have protective, what do you call that, on both sides. And one side's grippy and one side's flat. Put the grippy side down, flat side up. Position your stamp wheel plate. And now one thing I learned when they did the little instructional video for us is this is a little trick of the trade. Put a couple enamel dots down in the bottom right and left hand corner, or you could put them wherever you want to put them, just so you know kind of where home base is. Because when you're going to be rotating this stamp wheel around, sometimes you can't remember where was I. And the two enamel dots kind of just are a little bit of a helpful guide. I'm going to be using this, it's not a new stamp set, the book Engravings stamp set. And I just chose this little leaf cluster. And I'm going to do it kind of in a wreath. You know what I say? Have a leaf, make a wreath. And now with the stamp wheel, it just takes it to the next level, as the box packaging says. And you know I'm going in rainbow order. Okay, using all Altenew inks. They are delicious, and I think they have about 5,000 colors to choose from. Coral Bliss. I'm working my way. The first one was Frosty Pink. I'll have everything linked below if I don't mention the color, because I do use quite a few. But basically each time I ink up with a new color and I rotate the wheel. One thing I did learn is that the wheel is more of a flipping motion. It's not like the Misty, that's a hinge. So that's kind of like a book opening motion. But the stamp wheel is more of a flip it motion. So you kind of got to get used to that. Again, this was the first time that I used the stamp wheel, so I'm kind of just getting used to it really. But it actually is very easy to use. I thought before I started that I was going to get very, very confused. And but actually I didn't. Actually I did not. And here's the thing. I went every other little, what do you call it? Like, these are almost like little pedals on the wheel. I'm going to call it a pedal. Maybe it has a technical term. But I went every other pedal. You don't have to. You could go every 2, every 3 if you want to space out your wreath. You can take any image under the sun and make a wreath with it, with this stamp wheel. I want to do it with like a big dot. Just do a polka dot. Just do it like a geometric shape wreath. And you don't have to limit yourself to wreath. I'm sure you've seen when this has been demonstrated around about the web, Instagram and whatnot. People are using it for all different kinds of things. In fact, I just recently saw one with Concord Ninth. If you're familiar with Concord Ninth, they've got the turnabout stamps where you rotate it. And the stamp wheel and the turnabouts with Concord Ninth are a match made in heaven. And okay, so that's my last color, Pinkalicious. Now from here on out, I'm just going to repeat those same colors, which I'll have all linked. So I didn't count, but it just kind of was a happy accident that I had exactly enough to do 2 of each color and repeat it. It worked out like it was meant to be. I don't know how that happened, but I'm loving how this works. Each time I flip over the what do you call it? The window flipper pedal. I should have looked up the terminology. And I clean the stamp before I ink it up. Just so you know, I clean it every time. I love how that grid mat is grippy, but it's not too grippy. You know what I mean? It's just the right amount of grippy. I'm going to trim this down. I'm using my new Tim Holtz rotary trimmer, which is a Cadillac. And it kind of pained me to trim down this beautiful wreath, but you got to do it if you want to make an A2 sized card. Now, for the sentiment. This is another oldie but a goodie. One of my favorites, honestly, the Bold Alphabet die set. And I'm just doing a simple hi out of white cardstock. Sometimes you just want to send a card to somebody and say, hi. You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less. But I am going to emboss a little sub-sentiment, and it's going to say hello. This is the Sentiments and Quotes stamp set. I'm going to emboss it in white on a little bit of black. Now, let me tell you, that Sentiments and Quotes stamp set is so, well-loved. I don't even know how many years I've had it, but some of the stamps I need to clean them, intensely clean them with soapy water. They're losing their stick. That's how well loved that Sentiments and Quotes stamp set is. You ever have a stamp set that you have really, truly used it, got your money's worth out of it? It's a good feeling. It's a very good feeling. Okay, trimming out this little embossed hello, and I'm going to pop it up right on the hi. So it's like, hi, hello. And yeah, that'll get the message across. Okay, finishing this off with a few little dewdrops. I love a good dewdrop cluster. Just cluster it down on the right, cluster it down up on the top left, and there you have the most gorgeous wreath made out of who would have thought, just a little leaf from the book engraving stamp set. Make sure and check out the rest of the stamp wheel in action video hop with Altenew. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.